Okay, in this problem we have an airplane that is flying a distance of 560 miles in 1.75 hours, traveling with the wind. The return trip later against the same wind takes the plane 2 hours. Find the speed of the plane and the speed of the wind. Let x equal speed of plane and y equal speed of wind. So they defined, or we've already defined, what the variables are going to be here. So, with the wind, when the plane flies with the wind, that means that the speed of the plane is being boosted, if you will, or increased by the speed of the wind. So that would be x plus y. It's increasing how far it can travel. Okay? And then when it's going against the wind, the speed of the plane is being decreased, or it's being slowed down by the wind. So we could represent that by x minus y. So we fill in our boxes for our rate. Rate is x plus y when we're going with the wind, and when we're going against the wind, it's x minus y because the wind is pulling us, slowing us down. Okay, the amount of time that it takes us when we're going with the wind is 1.75, and covering the same distance takes us 2 hours against the wind. Now, we know that the distance traveled is 1.75 times the quantity x plus y. And then we know that the return trip would be 2 hours times the quantity x minus y. And we know that both of those distances equal 560. So we can go 1.75 x plus 1.75 y equals 560. That comes from our distance traveled here in box 3 of our chart, when it's equal to the number of miles traveled. And then our second equation is 2x, and I'm going to try to line those variables up as best I can. 2x minus 2y is equal to 560. Okay. Now we could solve this using substitution. We could solve it using elimination. Substitution seems to be a little easier for us in this case, because we have minus signs, opposite signs I should say, here. So we need to find a way that we can multiply both equations to clear out our fractions. One way we could do this is we could multiply the top equation by 100, which would give us 175x plus 175y is equal to 56000, or 56,000. We multiplied by 100, that was to clear out the zeros, clear out the decimal places. And then we still have 2x plus 2y is equal to 560. Well, the next thing we could do is then find the least common multiple between 175 and 2. That would be 350. So we need to multiply the top one by 2. That'll clear out that one. Or that'll make that 350. X plus 350y is equal to, then we need to multiply 56,000 by 2, which would give us 112,000. And then we'll multiply the bottom one by 175. So we have 350x plus 350y is equal to, and then we'll have to use our handy dandy calculator. I guess we could multiply that by hand, but it would be a lot easier to multiply that using our calculator. 175 times 560 gets us 98,000. Okay, so we're going to work with those two equations. That should be a minus sign throughout there, folks. Sorry about that. Okay. And now we're going to come down here. We're going to simplify this. We're going to add the x terms, so we'll have 700x is equal to, the y terms have subtracted out, so we'll add 98,000 and 112,000, and we'll get 210,000. And we'll finally divide both sides by 700, and we'll get that x is equal to 300. Okay, and so we need to remember that x represented the speed of the plane. Okay, and then we need to find y. So we go back to one of our two original equations, and most of us will opt for equation 2, 2x, so 2 times 300 minus 2y is equal to 560. So 600 minus 2y is equal to 560. I'll keep everything lined up there. And then we'll subtract the 600 from both sides. So minus 2y is equal to negative 40. And then we'll divide both sides by negative 2. And so y is equal to 20. And y represented the speed of the wind. So we write a sentence to answer the question. The speed of the plane was 300 miles per hour. The speed of the wind was 20 miles per hour. So there's a problem involving systems of equations with two variables where we used elimination, a word problem. Hope that helps.